My name's Chris Ensign, and I'm the President and CEO of Extreme Flight. And I want to thank you all for joining us this morning for what I believe is pretty exciting news. Before I reveal the information here, I'd like to take a minute to recognize some folks that are here with us. First, I'd like to thank Mr. Pat Hartness and the Triple Tree crew for allowing us to use this facility and for all the effort they put forth to put on the greatest show on earth for us here. You know, it's amazing what they put together every year, all the time and effort, and I hope we all recognize that and appreciate it. I'd also like to recognize and give my deepest gratitude for Bear and Johnson joining us here today, all the way from China. Bear came from Dongguan City, Johnson came from Zhuhai. We really appreciate you being here and showing your support for us. Thank you. I'm very grateful to you guys for your commitment to producing the finest quality aircraft in the world. You stand behind these aircraft for us with an unwavering commitment to taking care of any issues that arise in a responsible and timely manner, and that allows us to provide the best customer service possible for our customers. We appreciate that very much. I also admire you guys for your honesty and loyalty as business partners, and most of all for the friendship and the hospitality that is provided for us during our extended stays in China. I hope to honor you guys with this brief statement in your native language of Mandarin Chinese. Please forgive me. 亲爱的 Bear 和 Nelson， 很高兴今天你们能在场。这些年来，你们的诚信、专业及热心帮助，是我们公司成功的重要因素。我们非常重视与你们的关系。我希望今后我们能继续合作，并不断线或合作。广场为王，谢谢。Nice job. I'd also like to recognize and thank my parents and my family, Mr. and Ms. Louie and Judy Henson, and my sisters Lisa and Kelly and their families for their love, encouragement, and support. Thank you. And finally, I'd like to thank my lovely wife, Melissa, for her dedication and commitment to Extreme Flight for the past decade, and for helping me to reach my goals and allowing me to chase my dreams. Thank you, baby. For the past couple months, there's been a lot of speculation on the various internet forums about a possible merger between Extreme Flight and 3D Hobby Shop. I admit this was probably the worst kept secret in the RC community. And while we feel that information is big, the real story lies in what we're bringing to the table with this announcement and what this collaboration has allowed us to achieve in the past year, which is yet to be revealed. I'm here today to confirm that indeed Extreme Flight RC and 3D Hobby Shop have merged to become the Extreme Flight family of brands. Extreme Flight is our parent company, and under this umbrella live the companies of 3D Hobby Shop, Aces High, Legacy Aviation, Speedfreak, and Extreme Power. We are located in Cumming, Georgia, just outside of Atlanta, and this will be the epicenter of operations for North America. We've moved into a much larger warehouse facility and combined the current inventories of 3D Hobby Shop and Extreme Flight. We've established a large distribution chain throughout Europe and Asia, Canada, and Australia, and we'll be working closely with these partners to provide the discerning modelers around the world with the best quality ARF airframes, accessories, and support. I'm sure there's many of you that are wondering why two of the most successful companies in 3D and aerobatic aircraft manufacturing felt the need to merge. And there's quite a few reasons, actually. And to further expand on this, I'd like to introduce my new business partner, my friend, and the founder of 3D Hobby Shop, Mr. Ben Fisher.
Good morning. Everybody hear me okay?
Yeah.
Yep. All right. I think our slideshow is back on track. Thank you, Curtis. You know, running one of these small companies that's growing and growing fast, like Extreme Flight and 3D Hobby Shop have both experienced, it's like constantly running a race and never getting a chance to catch your breath. And we always get requests and suggestions for wonderful things from all of our customers, all of our friends. And we can very rarely take advantage of these suggestions. We can very rarely move forward, we can rarely expand, we can rarely diversify because we're always so caught up in the day-to-day. It was, for the last couple of years, Chris and Noll and myself have been talking about this possibility, and it was a year ago at Joe Nall that we finally made the decision we wanted to make this happen. And we've been actively working and doing this. This merger actually happened 9 months ago, but we didn't want to announce it without showing all of you, our friends and customers, some of the fruits of this collaboration. Bringing the two companies together, forming this much larger team of people, specifying operations and duties, it really has worked to allow us to catch our breath. For the first time, in the case of Extreme Flight in almost 15 years, in the case of 3D Hobby Shop right at 10 years, this is the first time we've had an opportunity to really plan and really work a plan and not be caught up in the day-to-day. So, we have a lot of new product to show you. We have a lot of brands to show you, a lot of things to say. We're going to try and get through this in order. So we'll start off by announcing the first new brand. The slideshow's working, I'm very happy. Which is the Speedfreak, our C model aircraft. Now this is going to be our smallest introduction today. Extreme Flight has already produced an extremely fast model airplane, the Outlaw. The Outlaw has been very popular, but for a while people have been requesting an all-electric version. You may have seen the prototypes of this fly. And today we're ready to announce this as a new production aircraft, the first aircraft to be branded Speedfreak, but it's the first of many very fast, very fun aircraft coming to you. So this is one of the first projects we did in our collaboration, was to strengthen and lighten and electrify the Outlaw. This is an extremely fun model airplane, capable on the stock power system of 160 miles an hour. And I think we'll get a chance to fly this for y'all this weekend. It is very impressive. All right. So, we got a lot of airplanes to show you. So we'll move on now to the next new brand that we're showing today. And by having these brands, we're aiming very high. It's obviously very, very large companies in our industry that manage multiple brands, and this is exactly what we're doing. So, go forward. Legacy Aviation. Legacy Aviation is our new brand and new company division to bring you sport and general aviation models. All right, so if I can have our lovely assistants begin to unveil Legacy Aviation aircraft. Both companies that have merged, we always had a desire to produce aircraft outside of our wheelhouse, outside of 3D scale aircraft. We always wanted to produce general aviation airplanes. There's so many interesting designs, so many interesting things that you can do with them, but it's been impossible to do more than stretch the surface without this larger team. And now that we have a larger team of people, I think you can see we're moving pretty fast in this direction. We're going to show you 3 different aircraft today that are all almost complete in the testing process and are about ready for production. By the way, the aircraft we're showing you today, a lot of these are not show planes, these are test aircraft, so you'll have to forgive a few bumps and bruises because we're using them very hard in testing. So from the right, we have the new 65-inch Turbo Duster. This is a General Aviation semi-scale sport aircraft which is inspired by the turboprop crop dusters that are so much fun to watch when you're driving across the Great Plains. We're also showing on the left the Turbo Bushmaster, inspired by the larger bush planes like the Otter and the Beaver and the Porter. Both of these aircraft are fully aerobatic. They have a lot of interesting features that we're going to be showing you guys later in the week at the flight line. Both aircraft are planned for integrated float systems. We'll have the float system. We're in progress on the floats. We'll be float flying for you this weekend, but you'll see a few improvements coming in. Both of these aircraft fly on our standard 6S power system, so these are inexpensive aircraft. The 65-inch Turbo Duster is quite quick on the 6S system. Amazingly, the 84-inch turbo Bushmaster, this is designed by Cody Woodchip, who couldn't be here today, but he did a fantastic job. That airplane is under 8 pounds ready to fly, and with careful assembly, you can get close to 7. And it'll fly on 1/6-inch pilot as large as it is. Now, all around the room, you can see our little guys. These are the little feet. This is Legacy Aircraft's third introduction today. You know that we've been building an aircraft called the Bigfoot for a while. This is the first of the new improved line for that, and because this is the brother, we're calling it the Littlefoot. So this is for 3S to 4S light poly for park flying, but it has flaps. It's very aerobatic. It's a lot of fun. We'll be flying this for you this week as well too. The Littlefoot is in production very, very soon. The other aircraft are production ready. As soon as we button up float systems, we'll get those in build. So these are not aircraft that you're going to be seeing next year. These are aircraft that you're going to be seeing this season. All right? Now, as you know, we like to start small with a design, and once we get perfected, then we like to take it big. All of these aircraft are all headed for giant scale. So I bet you can already imagine what you're going to see at Joe Nall next week. All right, so this is Legacy Aviation. We're extremely excited about this brand. It's going to give us the opportunity to do all sorts of interesting aircraft we haven't been able to do before, but we're bringing the same lightweight, world-class construction and quality to all of these aircraft. So obviously, we're ready to be big competitors in the General Aviation market. All right? Legacy Aviation. Now we'll go on to the next brand. This is special to us. Growing up, I've been in air modeling a long time. All these guys have been in air modeling a long time. My first radio was a gold line craft. That's how long I've been in this. And I've always loved the Warbirds. Loved them so much. And it really has been a problem over the last 10 and 15 years that we haven't been able to catch our breath long enough to move into this sector of the market that we like so much and we have so much feeling for, but we're finally able to do it. So we've taken our first step into this market, and it's a big one. Our brand is called Aces High, and I'm really proud of it. This is something that Chris, and myself, and Noll, and Arron, and Zach, all of us have put a lot of work into it. We all like to see the film a lot. We put a little time into making this introduction film, but we wanted to give you the same feeling that we have. This is a very nostalgic, very emotional thing for us, so I want to let this play. We think you're going to start seeing that everywhere. So starting today at Joe Nall, we're making a commitment to work really hard to bring the industry the finest, highest quality, most scale, most aerobatic Warbirds that you can buy. That's a big promise, but I'm going to show you how we're going to deliver on it. Unveiled. Like I said, we like to start small and we like to perfect, and then we like to take it big. So we're going to start off by showing you medium-sized aircraft. That looks hand-painted and hand-detailed, doesn't it? So the first aircraft we're unveiling for Aces High is the 60-inch Focke-Wulf FW-190. This is a great modeling subject. It's a great performing airplane. We've been able to take our aerodynamic knowledge and apply it to this classic Warbird. We've done a tremendous amount of process. This has been a build process for months and months and months. It flies spectacularly on our standard 6S power system, but what we're most proud of is the appearance that we're getting. This is a mass production process. And to talk about this a little bit more, I'd like to bring the person who's doing art direction for us up to talk about the scale detail on the Focke-Wulf, which we'll be bringing to our entire ACES High line, Mr. Arron.
So ACES High, it's mostly about history. We've spent a lot of many months researching, and then we've come up with there's two selections. So the first one is Black 8. It was originally flown by the fighter ace Wilhelm Maximowitz, and he had 15 victories to his credit that were all bombers, and he also had the unique distinction of taking down two of them by ramming them. The other plane is by one of the most successful fighters of all time, Herman Graf, and that's the Red Tulip scheme. I only go into that detail because everything's about the history, everything's been researched. Among this color scheme, we've managed to come up with a process that gives us the maximum amount of detail. Everything is in river level, and sometimes it's sub-river level, which is a little bit ridiculous. But outside of that, every side of the airplane, left, right, top, bottom, it's individually researched because fighter airplanes aren't actually symmetrical. There are details on the left-hand side, there are access panels. There's a step for the pilot and everything's on one side, and then on the other side there's the first aid kit is only on the right-hand side, and all such details are actually there's other things like the research weathering, so I kind of had enough of ones that were perfect and the whole idea about this was to try and come up with a scale model that looks like the actual airplane was rolled into a photojoke, and that includes the weathering. So the pilot was having access in the plane from the left-hand side, so there's no weathering on the left-hand side, the right-hand side of the plane. Basically, we tried to be as scale as possible, so we were the fanatics for all the scale. I've spent so much time on this go on about the preference, but essentially we wanted to put the detail there so our customers could share in the history of their airplanes with us.
So, after this press conference, I'm encouraging everybody to come up and take a close look at these airplanes and handle these airplanes. So, this is a project that is in progress, but we're nearing the end of it. We hope to get this aircraft in production very, very soon, and we already have several others that are in prototyping. I'm extremely excited about it. I feel like we did it again with RC, with more planes, finally, after all these years, and I hope that you guys are excited as excited as we are. We think we're really getting off on the right foot with this, and of course, I can't wait for the bigger ones. Okay, now move on to the next brand, which is one that you already know. 3D Hobby Shop has now become a brand in the Extreme Flight family of brands. So, that makes me extremely proud. 3D Hobby Shop has been a 10-year journey for myself, and then a 4-year journey for myself and Noll Smith, and I'm extremely happy that where 3D Hobby Shop has taken us, and I cannot tell you how good it makes me feel to be part of this larger family. This is great. For me, this is success. This is a good thing. I'm really extremely grateful to all the fans and all the customers 3D Hobby Shop has had for the last 10 years, because it's only through your support and enthusiasm we've been able to make it to this point. And now, those products get to be part of a true global distribution system, which is what we always needed for these products. So there's so many improvements coming for the way that all the 3D Hobby Shop aircraft and the future 3D Hobby Shop aircraft are going to be handled. I would be glad, I could go on forever about all this stuff. If you have any questions, come ask me afterwards, because everything is so great and this team is so great. So, to show you that we are committed to supporting 3D Hobby Shop as one of the brands in Extreme Flight, let me show you some new stuff. So, what we've done is we've revamped and completely
popular lines, which is the slicks. These are the new slick 580s. This is a 44-inch park flyer, which is in production right now. And please come up and take a look closely at the press conference. This is new aerodynamics, all new appearance, all new parts, and this is an example of the new covering process. This is one piece of covering. This is not individually cut pieces. There are no seams, there are no pinstripes to lift, there's nothing to peel up. It's very, very exciting. Thank you to our factory partners for working so hard on that. These are the guys that on the ground level help make all these innovations happen. That's why we're going to recognize them. They're fantastic. This is one of the fantastic things we're doing with them. So this is the park flyer. This is in production. This will be available very soon. And this is an interesting concept here. This is a 79-inch slick 580. It's an all-new aircraft. What we're doing here is we know that 3D Hobby Shop and Extreme Flight as separate companies, we know that we obsoleted your 50cc engines. And we're sorry. when VA started giving us the big power with the 60 and now with the 70, it went to our heads and the airplanes got very, very big and they fly very, very low. But like me, I'm sure you all have a 50cc in the toolbox that doesn't have a home. Okay, we're going to fix that. So this is an aircraft that's appropriate for 35 to 50cc. It's in testing right now. It'll be in testing a little while longer. But this particular example, this is with a good old DMA-50, and this is under 14 pounds. Wow. And that's going to make 50cc viable again. It also makes 35cc perfectly viable. I think we all know where our 50s are going to go. Also got to show you a couple of aircraft here. Our 75-inch extra for 35cc is here. This is a fresh aircraft that is in production and is available to be ordered now. And then here's an aircraft that's coming extremely soon. It'll just be a matter of a few weeks. And we should be able to let you guys in on this. And then in a few months it'll be delivered. This is our new 61-inch extra 330SC. And like I said, I can't tell you how proud I am that these are not Extreme Flight products. This is a great day. All right, so this is 3D Hobby Shop. We're going to be using that brand to do all sorts of interesting aerobatic things. All right, and now we should move on. Extreme Flight is now a family of brands, but Extreme Flight is also a brand in and of itself. I'm going to tell you what it's been like for the last 10 years of my life. When I got into the business of RC, I came into the business as a dealer for Extreme Flight aircraft, and I did that for a couple of years, and it was very good. And that gave me the opportunity to get into the business of manufacturing. Now, virtually everyone in the RC business, because we're all human beings, would have stopped, my supplier would have stopped being my friend at that point. But Chris Hinson has remained my friend, and I consider him my mentor in the RC business for the last 10 years. And the most difficult thing about running 3D Hobby Shop was the fact that there was one guy I did not want to compete with. For the last 10 years, I've made it policy, always when somebody asks what are the best 3D aircraft out in the world, and if you've ever been on Flying Giants or RC groups, you know that we've always said this, if you can't buy from us, buy from Extreme Flight. I'm really glad that I don't have to compete against Chris Hinson anymore. So, one of my jobs now as Vice President of Product Development in Extreme Flight is to maintain everything that Extreme Flight has been doing and to work with this team to do that and to further expand the Extreme Flight line of top quality aerobatic aircraft. Extreme Flight aircraft have a particular personality. They are extremely fine. They look extremely good. They fly extremely well, and they're extremely strong. And we aim to continue and expand that in a big way. So let us show you a few things. First of all, on the floor, we have the 60 to 70cc MXS. And it is so glad, I'm so glad, it's such a relief to finally be able to say in public that that is the most badass looking city airplane. I have envied that for years. I wanted one so bad and I finally get to have one. The 60 to 70cc is in production. It's a fantastic airplane. And here in the front we have examples of the new 104-inch 420cc, which you'll see flying this week. These aircraft have been extensively tested. They have the very proven extreme flight dual spar wing system, all of the carbon improvements. As you can see, they are perfect. I'm extremely excited about this airplane. You're going to see it this week. You're going to see it at XFC. This is going to be a showstopper. And now we'd like to introduce to you a new but classic extreme flight airplane. So, one of the most traditional aspects of extreme flight aircraft is the Yak-54. The first time I went to SEF, the Yak-54, the yellow and black Park Flyer, won Best New Product. Extreme flight Yaks have been a staple of the industry ever since. They are some of the best performing 3D aircraft in the world. This is the classic 110-inch extreme flight Yak, which is a great flying airplane. It's being reintroduced in strengthened and upgraded form for 120 to 150 cc's of power. This particular example we've been testing on the great BA-150L. This is a great combination. You'll be flying this through this week, and I think you're really going to enjoy it. This is an aircraft that's going to be available for extreme flight very soon. Now, not only are we maintaining the character of the extreme flight brand, and we're all dedicated to moving this forward as the absolute premium quality aerobatic aircraft on the planet, we're also going to mix things up. We're bringing in new things. If we can get our last unveil, please. The aircraft that we're showing you now, these are custom, but these are done with mass production processes. Everything done to these two aircraft was done by our factory partners in China, and these aircraft are using techniques that we are about to release for mass production. Because these aircraft have such a unique appearance, and a lot of that appearance is due to Arron who handles their artwork, I'd like to get Arron to come talk about these two skins. And you're going to want to spend some time looking at these aircraft at the restaurant.
This will be a relatively short build, but essentially web integration. The aircraft design for the skins has provided the Yak over there, the experts were taking pretty far. But after we developed the process for the Warbirds, we can actually do anything we want, any creative idea, any concept that's in. So these airframes have our demonstrated edge, which I put in the way Warbird scheme, and the stripes that inspired by the invasion stripes off the Warbirds. And then the MXS obviously takes that the next step further, and it's a Warbird inspired freestyle scheme. You'll see this very soon. Thank you, President. I'm very happy with it. I hope you enjoy it.
Once again, this process has no pieces, it has no seams, it has no edges to lift. We're extremely excited about this. We're putting this process into production, it's already started, and this is going to be propagating across new aircraft. I'm really, really excited about this. This is a new look. This is a new thing. You're the first people to see this on a production basis. And over the next few years, what we're going to be able to do is deliver to you a better looking, higher quality product that we have more freedom of design. We can be more scaled, we can be more artistic, more colorful. This is going to open up a lot. So, our demonstrator aircraft, neither of these schemes are production schemes. These are for our team pilots to fly at XFC, but something very, very like this will be coming soon for everyone. All right, now, I'd like to shift over, I'd like to introduce anything. It's great to have aircraft design, it's great to have aircraft production, but it doesn't mean anything without day-to-day operations. So, I'll tell you a little bit about that. You've seen Noll. Noll has been playing Vanna White, unveiling all of our aircraft. Noll Smith is our VP of marketing. He's also in charge of web operations. Over the next month, we have a target date of June 1st, which we're going to try to make. It's a huge project to integrate the web portal for the new company for all of these brands. This new website with new functionality would be very, very easy to use and make it very easy to find and order individual spare parts and things like that. It's coming very, very soon. Our target date is June 1st, and we're going to try to meet that for you. At present, you can and should buy all of our aircraft. We'll be using the 2 URLs for the 2 websites, but all of our business now is being handled out of Atlanta, Georgia, Cumming, Georgia. The new 10,000 square foot Extreme Flight warehouse is big, and of course, it looked a lot bigger before we filled it up with airplanes. I hope that it's not going to be too long and we're going to need to expand again. I'd like to introduce to you our Vice President of Client Relations and Customer Service, Curtis Tozier, to talk about our office staff and the great job that they do.
Thank you for coming out. I'm very humbled. I've been with Extreme Flight I think about 7 years now. I'm really proud to be part of the family, part of the group. But I won't take your time. Like Ben said, my name's Curtis Tozier. I've been the guy calling the phone or answering emails, and I try my best to do that. And now that we've grown and we are able to spread our resources a little bit, hopefully that'll do nothing but get better to be able to help you folks out. We already have brought somebody else onto the staff. I want to introduce Zach Havener over here. Now, Zach's been around the hobby for quite some time himself as an excellent, excellent builder. Has owned his own businesses in the past, so he knows what needs to be done for customer service. He's going to be taking over a lot of the day-to-day on phones and emails and things of that sort, so we can focus on just making sure you guys have the support, the airplanes, the spare parts, whatever you need to make this enjoyable. So thank you very much for coming out.
All right, thank you so much for coming out to our press conference. You know, one of the things about this industry, we a lot of times ask, you know, how do we move to the next level? How do we make ourselves more legitimate? I think we just did, all of us together. We've now had a legitimate press conference at the single greatest RC venue in the world. We didn't have to go up north to some dark building. We got to do it someplace fun. Anyway, thank you all very much. Please stay. Let us show you the aircraft, and then later when we move everything down to the 3D line, please come see us down there. And thank you from the bottom of our hearts. We can only do this because you help us. Thank you. So the press conference is now officially over. While we're milling around, we're going to play something for you. Last fall when we were in China on one of these development trips, we made a film showing what the process is. This is online. It's linked through the RC Groups and Flying Giants article. By the way, while we've been talking, RC Groups and Flying Giants have been rolling out a mega article announcing this. The team from RC Groups and Flying Giants actually came to the Skunk Works shop in Cummins last week and did a lot of filming, a lot of photography, interviewed us all. They're great guys. Please check out the article. I believe it's rolled on both sites, so we've got worldwide coverage for this. And there's even more information in there than we could get into today, but one of the things linked in there is our film about what happens at the factory and how we get this done. So we're going to roll that while we're looking around. Yes, sir.
One question, with the new covering, can we get rid of our irons and our heat guns?
It's still covering up balsa wood, and balsa is still balsa, and it's always going to be balsa, so we still got to do some shrinking, but at least we don't have to worry about it. I like this gentleman. I was conference. All right, thank you all very much.